Hey boys and girls, welcome to Art with Miss D. Nicola. So for today we're going to be working on a fun landscape project. So I need you guys to take out your sketchbooks, whether it's one that you bought or one that I gave you. At this point you should have your name on it and you should have a really cool design going around it. We're going to open it up to the first page. Make sure that you're careful when you open it. And today we're going to be working horizontally, so we're going to turn our paper sideways, so it's horizontal this way. And we're going to talk about a couple of things first. So we are going to look at the color wheel today. So this is the color wheel. It is a wheel broken up into different colors, hence the name. On this side we have our cool colors going from purple all the way to blues and greens. And then we have our warm color side, which is going to be our red purples all the way to red orange and back to yellow. Okay. So for today, we're going to be looking at the differences between warm colors and cool colors. So when you hear warm colors, I want you to think of colors that represent the sun. Okay, so nice, warm, hot colors. For the cool colors, they're a little bit cooler. Think of cold colors or colors like the sea. Okay. Now, with our colors, we're also going to be talking about line today. So, a line is the path of a moving dot. So if we have a dot and it keeps moving in space, eventually it's going to create a line. Now that line can be any type of line. It could be a straight line, it could be a short line, it could be a curved line, it could be a wavy line that goes back and forth, it could be a spiral. These are all different types of lines, okay? So take out your pencil, and we already have our sketchbook opened up. Remember, we are using horizontal for our landscape. So we're going to start with some hills for our landscape. So we're going to go to the edge of the paper and we're going to create one hill that has a slope going down. And then we're going to create another one starting over here, and we're going to work our way to the middle. And last, we're going to do one more hill somewhere around here, so I'm thinking something like that. Okay, so that takes up about half of our paper. Then we're going to want to pick where we want our sun to go. So somewhere, it could be here, it could be here. I'm going to go up top over here, but you could put your sun anywhere you want. And we're just going to use a simple shape, as best as you can, a circle. Now we are going to work on some lines on our landscape. Starting off with the first hill that we created, we're going to create some lines on the inside. And you're going to mimic or match the line that you already had. Mine are curving a little bit, they're going downwards. Then I'm going to go to my next hill and I'm going to do the same thing, follow that curve. And they're a little wavy, and that's okay. Try to keep them equally spaced if you can. Now we're going to work on our sky. We're going to continue those lines, and this time instead I'm going to follow my circle. I'm going to go around. I'm going to keep going outward until I fill up my page. So right now we have our hills, we have our sun, and the light, or the rays of the light, is radiating outwards. Now we are going to make some trees. Now for our landscape, in the front we are going to have our largest trees Towards the middle, we're gonna have our medium trees, and towards the back, they're furthest away, so we're gonna have our smallest trees. So my first tree is gonna be really large, and you're not even gonna see the bottom of it. You're just gonna see this area here. Okay, so this is my first one. Now I want to make another one on this side. It's going to be pretty large as well. And these are kind of like zigzag lines going back and forth, almost like a lightning bolt. And then in the middle, I'm going to make a medium-sized tree. So this one we're going to see the bottom of it. Okay. And towards the back over here, I'm going to make some really tiny trees. These are my smallest trees because they are furthest away from us. Okay. Now, going back to our warm and cool colors, remember, warm colors are yellow, orange, red, and pink, and then our cool colors are going to be the blues, the greens, and the purples. So we're going to use warm colors for our sky, and we're going to use cool colors for the bottom. So I have a couple of crayons. Okay, as you can see, they're divided between warm and cool. Now, you might not have them divided, but that's okay. So I'm going to put them up here for now. And let's see. Also, you're going to need a black crayon or marker. I'm going to be using all crayons today. So we're going to take our crayons, and we're going to create silhouettes with our trees. So we're going to color our trees in black. This is okay because it's going to cover those lines that we had. Now, the fun part. We are going to create some patterns for our grass. Now, we could use any cool color we want, so anything from here or here, right? So I'm going to start off with a blue. We're going to make a pattern. So if my first stripe is going to be blue, maybe my next one will be green. And then I'm going to keep going back and forth between my pattern. And this is all in my first hill that I drew. When I get to my other hills, I'm going to switch it up and do a different pattern with different colors. So any of these little spots, I'm going to go back in there. I want to add some green a little bit. So that way it's black and green, so it looks like a nice shadow. Silhouettes are shadows, boys and girls. So it has a little bit of green in it, but it's mostly black. Alright, so that is the bottom of my landscape, the grass, alright, with my trees. And then our warm colors, put here on the back. Let's see. Let's do a nice warm yellow. And for this, it's okay if it goes outside a little bit. I'm going to blend the yellow with an orange. Let's see what happens. Keep going around. So now I have a new pattern of yellow, orange, red. If you have a crayon, you could always peel off the paper a little bit so that way you have more available to you. So there we have it, boys and girls. We have our landscape, our silhouette trees, cool and warm. Just to finish it off, I want to outline everything to make everything pop a little bit more. That's why it doesn't matter whether the pencil marks are there. So I'm just going to start to outline some of these. Wherever I stop coloring is where I'm going to outline. Right there I have my 3, now this one. In between, basically, pattern of colors. Now, the reason, boys and girls, we're leaving this for last is because if we start to add black everywhere, you see how it got a little muddy over here? You don't want your colors to pick up all the black. So that's why we're outlining at the very, very end. And it doesn't matter about your pencil because we're going to outline here. Help make it look a little bit more finished. Over here. Around my sun, I want to add a couple more lines. Just to really emphasize the rays of my sun. And there you have it, boys and girls. We have our landscape. It's all outlined. It's finished. We have warm colors on top, cool colors on the bottom. I hope you had fun. Make sure that when you finish your artwork, you upload it to Teams and send me a picture of it so that way I can see it, and eventually we will make a slideshow. Can't wait to see them. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe so that way you get all future videos. They will be coming every 2 weeks or so. So just keep an eye out. All right? Have fun. Stay creative.